に意味不
What's going on, Pokemon trainers? Dom from the Otaku Room here. Today we're covering Pokemon Horizons episode 80. Yo, the best moment of the week that I've witnessed so far has definitely got to be where Glalie was taunting the Screamtail. It goes in, right? It's fighting. Glalie's fighting the Great Tusk. And they're going in, they're spinning and whatever. And then as he's fighting, he takes a quick moment, right? He's like this. He takes a quick moment to... Hey, and he like looks back at the looks back at the Screamtail. Looks like, stop. And the Screamtail goes, ah. Yo, that was like the best. I know it sounds so dumb. I was laughing so hard I had to pause the show. Like I literally had to grab my mouse and I paused the episode because I was just laughing and laughing and laughing. I thought it was just so funny. Regardless, though, this episode, if you guys didn't notice, I love the call out to the games, okay? I think one of the greatest things that Pokemon Horizons has done has been having greater call outs to the video game than most of Ash's adventures. I think initially through his Kanto adventure and a little bit through his Johto adventure, to me, personally... I think we're the closest to the games. That and then the Black and White. The Black and White series, I think, was really close to the games. Or when I say close, I mean, it had a lot of call-outs, you know, to the games. But I think once we got back to Paldea here, we have had so many interactions as we did in the video games. And I think it's just so cool. And even right now, as we're exploring Area Zero with Liko and Follow Miss Briar, it's a call out towards the end. If you play towards the end of the game, when you are following Miss Briar to go and you go to Area Zero with your friends to Area Zero, and your friends and Miss Briar keep going ahead. They keep going ahead. They keep going ahead, and you have to kind of follow them down all the way through Area Zero. This is where you initially go and fight your Terapagos or whatever, or you can fight your Pokemon depending if you're playing Scarlet or if you're playing Violet. And I love that little call out because okay, you just see Miss Briar and Freed constantly ahead as the kids are back, and I was like, oh my god, I love that so much. That's exactly what happens in the Scarlet and Violet games on your way to go to get Terapagos, and I was like, I love that so much here. Now, obviously, the story's a little different because to go and see Gouging Fire, as opposed to what they're doing now, in the games, you get it from the Photo Girl, and the Photo Girl gives you the quest, and you go find Gouging Fire or Walking Wake or whatever in specific or Iron Crown or whatever in specific places. So I love that, though. Outside of that, though, I love that. What's her name? Soguru? Sag Coral? Her name's Coral in the dub. Sangri? 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 Sango? Sango. Whatever. Her name's Coral in the dub. I love that she caught Screamtail. And it really took me back to the days of Team Rocket, when they first caught their Victory Bell, or when they caught Seviper, or when they got Wobbuffet for the first time, or when they got one of their other partner Pokemon throughout their many different regions that they were a part of. It reminded me of a Team Rocket moment of her basically fighting and going back and forth with this Screamtail. And because she got so frustrated at it, she grabbed her Pokeball and she chucked her Pokeball at the Screamtail to get it to shut up and accidentally caught it. And then her, Coral, and the Glalie look at each other like, where did it go? Oh, crap. She's like, oh, man, is it in here? And Glalie's like, I don't know. And she it ends up being in there. And I was like, that's such a really, really cool moment. Then I love how Roy fought the Sandy Shocks. I'm a big Magneton fan. I like Magneton. I like Magneton. I like Magnezone, but I specifically like Magneton the best out of its three or now four forms, I guess, because of the Paradox form. But Sandy Shocks is a really cool Pokemon, and Roy fought it, and he took it on, and he won. And I was like, oh yes. I was like, Roy, throw the Pokeball. Like, imagine if he caught a Sandy Shocks, and the Sandy Shocks, even after the battle, you know, Roy was singing his song, and the Sandy Shocks was singing it too. I was like, oh my god, it would have been a perfect partner Pokemon, and it would have been just so cool to have a Paradox Pokemon as part of his repertoire of Pokemon. Oh, that'd be so cool. And then the episode ends with Briar and them going to sleep and whatnot in Area 0, which that'd be some scary crap. And then we got the preview for next week, which is them finally coming and finally finding the gouging fire, and looks like they're going to battle it. So I thought that was really, really cool. That's gonna be really cool next week. But yeah, this episode was fun. I love the Screamtail antics. I thought were really, really cool. I love Coral, or you know, Sangi or whatever her name is. I like Coral and the Glalie interaction with the Screamtail, and then I liked how Screamtail and Glalie fought the Great Tusk. I think Great Tusk is probably my favorite Paradox Pokemon out of all of them. And you know, just in considering, I like Great Tusk. It was my favorite shiny hunt as well too. In Area 0, I really liked finding my Great Tusk over there as well. So yeah, I think it was just a really, really fun episode. Featuring two of my favorite Paradox Pokemon. Like I said, Great Tusk is probably my favorite, but then Screamtail is right behind it. And then after that would probably be the Misdreavus Paradox Pokemon right after that. So yeah, really love this Pokemon episode. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week for episode number 81. Trainers, you guys stay up. Have a great rest of your week. And sorry for this being late. I was on vacation during the weekend, and thank you for watching. Peace out.